The Racket facilities lacked the sophistication, the financial wherewithal, and the capabilities to do digital marketing, and did more research and started CourtsApp that were essentially the Expedia of racket sports.
Hey everyone, welcome to another exciting episode of Padel Smash Academy. Today we're so excited to have Daren Hornig from CourtsApp.
Yes.
So first time we hear about this app. So why don't you tell us a little bit about you, and first of all you, and then what CourtsApp it's all about.
Sure. Well, first, thanks for having me. Very excited to be here. So I'm Daren Hornig, born and raised in New York, if you could tell by the accent a little bit. My background originally is in real estate development and investing, and had the unique opportunity to buy the Port Washington Tennis Academy, which is where the McEnroes started playing, and Vitas Gerulaitis, Tracy Austin. We converted 17 tennis courts. We converted 4 of them to pickleball. So we started tennis and pickleball. We have now 13 tennis, 12 pickleball. And what I found through owning that and looking at other opportunities in the racket sports environment is the racket facilities lacked the sophistication, the financial wherewithal, and the capabilities to do digital marketing. And did more research and started CourtsApp that were essentially the Expedia of racket sports, that you could book courts, ultimately be able to book lessons, get clinics, join tournaments. So we became a marketplace for people to do Padel, tennis, pickleball, squash, racquetball, badminton, and ping pong. So one-stop shop, book a court, and you don't have to be a member. You just come in, book, and go.
So one quick question, such an iconic club, the Port Washington.
Yes.
When are you going to add paddle?
So we're evaluating that. We are evaluating that. I'll tell you, the challenge right now is our tennis program is booming. We brought John back in, so now it's a John McEnroe Tennis Academy as well.
Is Patrick there too or not?
Patrick is. Patrick basically runs a academy, and John's involved day to day, but Patrick's more, really involved putting the programming together. And the 12 pickleball courts are booming. So we're looking at paddle in other locations that we have to potentially open. The challenge is in New York, doing it outside is a challenge because of the weather. So you want to be more inside, because there we could capture 8 months of indoor season, whereas, outdoors is only really 4-month seasons in New York.
But the club is indoors.
This club is all indoors.
All indoors. And let me ask one thing. So we love to talk about club owners before we go moving to the app. So pickleball obviously is a cheaper version of paddle and tennis.
Yes.
From the revenue aspect, it's a smart, sense to have pickleball courts and not add, more paddle courts to it.
I can't tell you the exact answer right now, but I'll tell you this. We converted 1 tennis court to 3 pickleball courts.
Okay.
Right? So that's easy math. It's a 3-to-1 ratio. The biggest variable right now from tennis to pickleball is the youth programming, right? We have thousands, and literally, thousands of juniors from 5-year-old to 8-year-olds playing red ball, 8-year-olds to 12-year-olds playing orange ball, and then yellow ball after that. So the infrastructure is so deep in the junior program that the money is still flowing through tennis.
Okay.
Pickleball is there and it's emerging, but it's very much the shoulder periods, right? It's the 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. and then 4 to 9 p.m. Yeah. We don't have that robust kid program, so we started that. Paddle we're evaluating because the price point is significantly higher. But when you own a physical facility and you have parameters of 200 feet by 400 feet, it becomes a geometry game, right? You go back to 7th, 8th grade when you didn't care about geometry. Now it matters. So it's really one Padel court for 1 tennis court because of the size, whereas you
can put 2 in 1 tennis court, right? Depends how much space.
Well, it depends how much you have on your width, and it depends how efficient the center was built.
Yeah.
If you're purpose building it, yes, you could fit 2 on what you would ordinarily do 1.
Yeah.
But right now, a typical tennis court could be 120 by 60. Yeah. So you can only fit 1 in that exact box.
And I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, go for it.
And the club is pay to play, or is membership only, or both?
It's a hybrid model, which is what I believe in for all, that you have a hybrid model that pay a low membership fee depending on which club you are a home anchor, and you get preferential rates, member rates and advanced booking. But we let all non-members in. It's just a little bit more costly on a court basis or whatever.
Excellent. So
Okay.
let's move to the CourtsApp now.
So let me ask you a question. What is the difference between WhatsApp and all the other scheduling, platforms like
CourtsApp.
PlayByPoint, PlayTime?
No, you said WhatsApp.
Said WhatsApp.
Oh, I'm sorry. What's up? CourtsApp.
Hopefully we're the size of WhatsApp one day, and I'll be really happy.
You put that in my brain. You see that?
Exactly.
But what is the what would you say the difference is? Is it pretty much the same? The only thing is obviously you market more, or
it's actually completely different,
Okay.
and it's a great first question to start, because a lot of club owners, ask us the same thing. So if you look at CourtReserve, which is the number one court management system out there, or a PlayByPoint or a Playtomic or a PodPlay, they're a court management system. They operate inside the four walls and manage the club's inventory, the court inventory, sometimes pro shop inventory, personnel, credit card processing. We do none of that. We're the layer on top of them. We're a court marketing marketplace, right? So we are marketing the courts. So I gave the early analogy of Expedia. Think of Expedia. They advertise hotel rooms, they advertise airplanes, air routes, rent-a-cars, and excursions. But what people don't know, a company like Room Raccoon or Oracle's Opera, they manage the hotel inventory. They do the room service. They do the court booking. So we're another layer on top, but we're talking to the players. So we're pushing the inventory out there where, CourtReserve, they do the management, but they don't do the marketing, which is the key.
So that's my next question. What's the strategy? Because this is something that most club owners are going to want to use, because they have a difficulty time, from let's say 11 to like 4, where it's dead, and they've been having difficult time, like, producing, people come play Padel and renting that spots. I mean, there's exceptions like Reserve, like you come here and you can't get any courts. I mean, once in a while you have these here, but it's always booked. But the majority, a lot of clubs have difficulty in that, so they're gonna love this. Number one.
Without a doubt.
Number two, what's the strategy? Because all these clubs have tried in many different ways. Obviously, they're not a marketing company, but after time, people do know that the Padel Club is there. What strategies you have to fill those courts up? Actually, at that time where it's not,
Right. Well, it's funny. People always talk about time of day, and I own a club, so I see it. But I think that's just a mindset, and we're working to change that mindset. And if you look at other sports, right, golf, you only play that during the day, right? Surfing.
But you do business during the day, usually playing golf. You get the business guys there, meetings. You got
but that's happening across racket sports, right? Skiing.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
people play sports and do activities during the day, but the mindset is that you can do it at night has made people play racket sports at night on before or after work, right? So one, I think it's changing the mindset of, yes, let's go play some paddle, let's go play some pickleball during the day, and then have lunch at Pura Vida.
But how does CourtsApp do that?
So one big thing we're instituting is dynamic pricing, right? All pricing during the year is different, right? You have peak seasons and off-peak seasons. You have prime time, off prime time. They should be further discounted during the day, right? There's no reason that your court that's $150 an hour, right, from 7 to 9 is the same price, 12 to 2.
Now,
Give the discount pricing to drive traffic.
Most clubs do that, and they still have difficult. I mean, we visit clubs. We're talking about Padel.
Right.
We visited clubs all around this country, and so what we do, and they do that. And even in play hotspots like Miami, they still have a difficult time filling those courts in. So it's more than just discounting. Obviously, it's what else do you guys do?
It's a combination. It's significant marketing, right? So one thing we just did, we signed a partnership with World Padel, right? So World Padel rankings, they're developing an app, their website, they're doing the rankings.
Yeah.
We're integrating our technology directly into their app and website. So this way you'll be able to book a court right through them as well. So we're touching the players where the players are, right? So it's through all social media. We're integrating with ChatGPT right now and the other LLMs. We're integrating with Google and CourtReserve. So we're taking the integration steps to be in front of the players more frequently and remind them of availability, right? I'm playing after this, and I don't know what it is now, 140 an hour, something like that, 37.50, a person. Not inexpensive, but if I had the time and instead of going for, lunch, I could play for $70 an hour, maybe I'll change my habits and come play then.
So walk us a little bit how the system works. So let's say I'm a club owner, right? So now I hire CourtsApp to run on the back end.
Yes.
So do I have, let's say I'm looking for a court. Do I have to go, let's say I run Playtomic on my club.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have to run, I have to go to Playtomic to look for a court, or I go to the CourtsApp? Tell us a little bit how that process works.
Sure. So think of Expedia, think of OpenTable, think of DoorDash.
Okay.
You come in, you don't have to be a member to sign up. A lot of these clubs, through our research, have put a gate in front of the availability, and they make you become a member before you could even search.
Or sign up on the app or whatever they're using.
That's not typical consumer behavior, right? If I want to look for an airline seat on Delta, I don't have to sign up. I look, see the price, look for the seat. So we've taken the same approach. You come on, you type in where you want to play. So you want to play in Miami. You want to play Wednesday afternoon at 2:00. I want to play for 2 hours. I hit search. It brings up all the availability.
And all the clubs.
And all the clubs and a map, right? Okay. So it shows you the price. So it's a marketplace. It could show you reserve at $150 an hour. It could show you Padel X at $120 an hour. It could show you availability and then proximity to your location. So all the tools we're used to on other, aggregated resources, that's what we brought to the Racket Sports Place.
I got it. I have a SaaS company, rosajobs.com. It's exactly that, but in a different industry.
Correct.
It works with different agencies, grabs the cases as needed, and we market it.
Exactly.
I get it now. Now, my company is a SaaS company. How do you generate revenue? Is there a fee to the club, or is there a percentage that you guys make off the rental? How is the revenue made?
Sure. So we're a free SaaS company. We give the software to the club for free. It takes them about 20 minutes to a half an hour to onboard. So we need certain data to display their courts. Then we do API links on the back end with the different management companies. And then we broadcast the courts, and it's only on performance based. So we only get paid to the extent we could fill that time. And we're only booking the empty time, right? So they could cancel at any time. It's not a long-term contract. There's no financial commitment. And we're showing inventory.
And you can show up in the back end as a club owner. What are the times that I want you to?
Yeah, they're marketing and said, these are all the spots that are available right now, and this is the price. Now, do you force the clubs to discount the price, or do they decide that? And how much is it, a percentage or a flat fee that you're taking from the?
It's a percentage,
okay,
depending on how many courts you have. We have a different range of a commission rate. We encourage them to discount,
okay, and
we encourage them to discount based on time, right? So within 24 hours, we encourage them 20 to 30%. 48 hours, 10 to 20%, and so on. Over time, we're capturing all these analytics, and we'll create a dynamic pricing software tool with AI to tell you when you should price your courts.
Gotcha.
Right? Because Thursday nights are more crowded than Monday nights, and even Friday nights, for whatever reason, are less busy than Wednesday nights. So the pricing should change and may change by the weather patterns. Right? In New York, it's been so cold, right, that you have to be inside.
Yeah.
Maybe pricing goes up, like higher. Uber has surge pricing.
Mine is high.
So, so let me ask you, let's say it rained half hour before my court time that I booked on CourtsApp. The club shut down all the courts because they're all wet. So how's that work?
You get the same instant notification through the API,
okay,
that you would get,
Okay. And the next question is that, so me as a club owner, because you said this is like a marketplace, like an Expedia, right? So I go there and I look for courts, and I want a court in Miami at 4 p.m. certain day, and all the clubs show up. So, but I want to drive traffic to my club as a club owner. So how's that work? Because if I go with the service, I want to drive traffic to my club. I don't want for the players to go somewhere else. How's that work?
That's a compromise, pretty much, right? If they
it's a compromise, but listen, we're a business, we're a marketplace, right? Google right? They have sponsored ratings, right? Expedia has featured, hotels. We're going to have the same type of opportunities. So a club like Reserve, if they want to be higher in the rankings and showcase their court, we'll put it forward.
Oh, so they're sort of like a sponsor type of thing.
Exactly. So we're gonna give the facilities and clubs the tools to show up where they want to show up. Or right now we're showing it by discount. Right. The consumer wants flexibility, and obviously, why pay more if you don't have to?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So that's how we're doing it now. But over time, we're really going to also be a data analytics company. We're going to capture a wide set of analytics.
So that was my next
What
question.
what time of day do you play?
Yeah.
How far in advance do you book a court? How far will you drive to play for an hour and a half, 2 hours?
Yeah.
How often do you replace your paddle if you play, 15 times a month?
Yeah.
Right. So we're going to capture all these analytics. That we're going to have a robust set of analytics to share with our partner clubs and partners.
That's great. I'm curious to know the cost. I know you said there was a scale.
Mm-hmm.
You give me the scale or the average cost it would be for the club owner.
Sure. So it's anywhere from 25 to 35% of
Okay.
the court booking.
Okay.
Right. But we pay for all the technology.
Yeah.
I have a team of, I think we're up to 27 people right now.
It's fair. I mean,
No,
the
it's
club
totally
owner-
fair. It doesn't cost. It's a win-win.
Right.
Listen, this is the story we tell them. It doesn't cost anything to join. You could cancel at any time. All we're filling is your empty courts. So it doesn't take, a genius business person to understand.
Yeah.
I'd rather have 75 cents on the dollar than 0 cents.
Of course.
But not only that, you have the chance to upgrade them in a membership because they're coming in.
Not only that, you get to meet somebody new and you get some retention.
Exactly.
You're going to stay at your club. So it's
Or play in your tournaments.
Right.
Or join a league. Or get a lesson. Or buy something in your pro shop.
Now, let me ask you, you guys been open a year. Is it just paddle, or you're working with tennis clubs, pickle?
Well, across the spectrum.
Okay,
So,
so how's it going
seven racket sports.
Okay, so how's it going in paddle?
Paddle, it's going actually very well.
Good.
And I'll tell you why, but it's interesting because we have some data points I'll share. So right now we have 22 paddle clubs. We have Paddle House. We have Paddle X up in Boca. We have Replay up in Boynton Beach.
Yeah.
So we're getting some good brands.
Yeah.
And I think more will come. So we have, like I said, in the low 20s, we have over 100 courts, which is, call that about 10% of the U.S. right now. We've only been focused on the East Coast also. So we haven't even gone west.
Midwest or...
Now, do you have enough data to show how many courts you've been able to fill? Because if I was a club,
right,
and I have from 11 to 4, there's nobody there, I'm looking for it. I'm hoping there's
right, exactly.
Do you have any data showing?
I mean, we do. It's early on. I mean, we literally just went live in December from a beta standpoint, and just started advertising in January.
For paddle or for all rackets?
For all rackets, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's tennis, pickleball, paddle, squash, racquetball, badminton, and ping pong.
Do you have it at your club?
Of course.
How's it working?
It's working great.
Good.
What's interesting, and the early data, more people are searching for pickleball and paddle than tennis.
Really?
Even though tennis is more widespread.
It's the old style, call the club and reserve me a court.
Or they know where the club is.
Yeah.
Where we think there's a tremendous opportunity for paddle, right, is that people don't know where the clubs are yet. They want to play, they hear about it, but where is the club? How do I get in?
It's true.
Like even Reserve that was sitting in today, absolutely gorgeous. Obviously I know now, but I thought it was a members-only club. So part of the value of having clubs that are hybrid models is people just say, oh, it's Reserve, it looks beautiful, I'm not going there. But now if they see you on CourtsApp, they'll come in. So it makes that availability there because we allow non-members to come in.
To make it feel more inclusive instead of exclusive, yeah.
Right, because you don't want to go, call up a place or be rejected at the door if it's the member only.
So Daren, let's say Playtomic is similar, right? So you download the Playtomic app, and then they have 6,000 courts, and then you can find, depending on your location, you just, I'm in Spain, and all these clubs in Barcelona that will show up. So it's sort of like same thing or not? Or
that's true.
Well, it's similar but yet different, right? They're not a marketplace. They're an individual club resource. So if you go to Barcelona, it brings up all the clubs, but then you have to look at each club for the time price.
Okay, so
We give a comparative model and a map view of what the pricing is.
Okay.
So it's a marketplace.
It's really easy. You just see everything's done.
Exactly.
in all the clubs within and the availability and all that. So in PlayTomic, you have to go to that specific club,
Each club, right?
look for that court at the time that you want. So basically, you are just a one-stop shop.
Correct. When we cover the biggest thing, and this is where I encourage, right? So we're talking to Playtomic. We have deals with some of the others I said earlier that we're going to be announcing shortly. The biggest value is we're aggregating across all platforms, right? CourtReserve and Playtomic are not going to play nice together and share their information.
Correct.
So then you're getting a third of the market or an eighth of the market. We're going to have, we believe, 100% of the market to be a unified system, right? Like, listen, I'm a frequent flyer on Delta. I go to Delta, but I look at Expedia for other flights or other opportunities, right? If I'm going to Europe, I don't know every hotel there. I go to Expedia, right? But if I only went to Marriott, I'm only looking at Marriott. I'm not seeing Hilton. I'm not seeing Hyatt. I'm not seeing Four Seasons. So we're trying to take the place that we're Switzerland, right? I just want to be across all these ecosystems and be the aggregator so the consumer has the best optionality, and that's what's going to drive traffic. The same way OTAs, right? OTAs control 50 to 60% of the travel market.
What's OTAs?
Online travel agencies.
Okay.
Expedia, Kayak, Booking.com. So we've studied these markets, and that's what the players want. And who plays on the courts? The players.
Yeah.
So what would you say to our millions of viewers and listeners? Because they always want to, and we have two segments, the club owners and the players.
Exactly.
What would you say to the club owners why they should go to CourtsApp, and what would you say to the players why they should go to CourtsApp?
Right. Great question. From a club owner standpoint, we touched on it before. There's no risk at all, right? It takes 20 minutes to a half an hour to onboard a club. We show your inventory and we book your empty courts, right? If you want to take the chance, as you should, and book your court 7 or 10 days out and give it to us 6 days out, we'll show that inventory. All we're going to do is fill your courts and give you 70 to 80 cents on the dollar, right? That would otherwise be zero.
Okay.
The problem is it's a perishable commodity. And that's what bothered me the most as a club owner.
It is
true, right? It's like an airline ticket. It's like a hotel room. It's not a consumer package good that you could sell tomorrow. After Wednesday at noon occurs, it's gone forever. So get the revenue, get the players in, and take the opportunity, and we'll be the feeder for you of other players coming in.
The club could also try to market it and sell that court space too. If it can't, then
they should.
Somebody else. Yeah, exactly.
We're partnering with you.
Right.
We're not competing against you.
Right.
Right. And then from a player standpoint, people want flexibility and optionality, right? So if it's booking a court 2 days in advance, we can do that for you. One of the big attributes we're integrating is open play and open match, right? So I finished work today at 4:30. I want to get on the court at 5 o'clock. Where is an open play for me to jump in, right? So we jump in there. We're integrating a light social network, right? We're not going to be Instagram or Facebook. But if I want to play, with my friends, I'll have my inside friend group. Hey, I got a court at 5 o'clock today. You 3 want to join? We come. If you don't, I go out to the outside network, see who's available, and invite somebody in. So we're trying to integrate all the components, right? You want court time. You want open play. You need to play with players. If you need a pro shop, we could have sneakers waiting for you. We just signed a deal. But we got to keep it quiet with a big ball company.
So we won't tell anybody.
Don't tell anybody.
I'm not going to say the name. That's all.
Right. I just won't say the name yet. But it's a teaser, right? But we're approaching the market a little bit differently. We're giving a free can of balls if you sign up with us.
Okay.
Right. So save $10, $11 on free. You're doing the same thing, but the brand partner wants us to push it out there to the millions of players.
Gotcha.
So millions of players and listeners that we have here, they're worldwide. Mm-hmm. So right now, for what we see, you're very regional within the east coast of the United States. Let's say we have a huge market in Indonesia, India, and Malaysia and all that. Are you planning to go worldwide?
We are. I mean, we'd like to be global.
Okay.
Right. But I'm a realist, right? We started in the Northeast the same way Uber started in San Francisco, the same way other companies started in Austin. You have to, from a business standpoint, you can't be everywhere for all things. Yeah. Right. So if I wanted the Uber app in a market they weren't in and had 2 drivers, I would be frustrated and walk away.
Sure.
So although we are onboarding clubs throughout the U.S. and Canada right now, we're focused our marketing in the Northeast, and we're coming down the East Coast as we speak. So we'll finish the East Coast, we believe, by the end of the first quarter, and then we'll start wrapping through the panhandle of Florida, Texas, and up the West Coast, and fill in the rest of the country.
That's great. Our podcast is majority is here in the USA, so it's going to be great. Our YouTube channel is also dominates the US, but we're also international there,
right,
and all the hot spots of the world. So when you're
listen,
we could do a YouTube.
We could do it. I mean, listen, I'm 58 years old. I've been working, building businesses. I intend to build this that we have, 3 to 5 million players. I think by the end of this, right now we have 175 facilities, about 1,800 courts. I think we'll finish this year about 10 to 15,000 courts. I look at it as a court count, right? Because courts is what people play on.
Of course.
Like to say I have X facilities, it doesn't really matter. It's the number of courts. We just signed up, I'll tell you, but we're doing the press release next week. The U.S. National Pickleball Center in Naples, 65 courts.
Oh, the fort. That's the fort?
No, the fort's in Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale, yeah.
We're talking to them. We're not there yet. Give you a shout out because we want them. But we got the National Pickleball Center, 65 courts.
Wow.
#1 pickleball destination in the world. So we're going to be the official court booking partner for them globally. So we want to focus on U.S., get widespread, get ubiquitous, figure it out. And then I'm talking to some partners in Asia and Europe, and I would like to do that with a partner, because I think a lot of it has to do with the knowledge and grassroots of being in that country.
You have to be local.
Yeah, you have to be local, right? So if we partner with somebody who's local, they speak the language, they have the relationships. Like in the U.S., I have very, very strong relationships across the club owners, across the federation levels, and I could get there, through contacts.
Yeah.
I start going to Europe or Asia, where frankly I haven't traveled. It's a bit of a learning curve. I'd rather find a strong partner, to help us accelerate those markets.
Oh, great. That could be us.
Yeah.
Let's go.
We have a very strong,
the
data if you want. It's
At
incredible.
the end of the day, I love what we're doing. But at the end of the day, it's about growing the games.
Of course.
Right? We all love the games. The more people that play, it's healthy for you.
Yeah.
Right. There's been studies that you play racket sports, you live 9.7 years longer. So if we could all elevate the game, get people on the courts, and make it happen, it's a great world, because that's what people want to do.
Yeah.
I'd much rather be playing, paddle or tennis or pickleball than, working.
Yes.
It's fun. It's refreshing. It gets you in the game.
Love it. Great.
All right. Is there anything else you want to go over before we end the podcast?
There's one thing we could go over.
Yeah.
I've really paid careful attention to AI. So not only are we integrating with ChatGPT and others, so you'll be able to go right into ChatGPT and say, I want to book a paddle court in Miami. In ChatGPT, it will show up and show the availability. We've created an AI bot called Hey Courtney, hence the court in Courtney. So Hey Courtney is a virtual court assistant, concierge, that you could call her up. We'll have it in our apps, in our website. And equally, we believe she'll be the front desk of all Racket Courts facilities, right? She could work for $20 a day, not $20 an hour, and could handle 1,800 calls a minute.
Wow.
So just having that back end. So she's a voice bot that we've created the technology inside our database to then communicate through the Playtomics, through the court reserves.
And can she reserve if you decide, yes, I want to do? Oh, okay.
She could reserve it. She'll have your credit card information. She could book it. So all the things, like a restaurant, you can make a restaurant reservation, right? The challenge with racket sports is they don't have the owners or the proprietors, right? It's very fragmented, right? Very few companies own more than, a dozen sites, if even more than one or two. Yeah. They don't have the dollars or the technology or the know-how to build an AI bot, to build LLM technology. Yeah. So we're taking all the pressure off of them to build that and give that to the clubs to help them book courts and fill them.
That's great, but I couldn't have that. My wife would be so jealous, She likes to do all those things. No, I'll do it. She's not doing it right.
No, she'll do it right. She'll get you on the court.
But that's great, man. I mean, that's pretty awesome. That's a great technology.
Yeah. I love it. I mean, we're looking forward to see the progress, and we're looking forward to have you back here a year from now with,
if you love
what's going on, and that's you to tell us, hey, we want to go international, and we can partner up and collaborate and do something there.
It'll be great.
Congratulations, Aaron.
Thank you.
Have a great
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
This was great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.